Good morning. You are sitting on top of my sewing machine right now. Isn't that fun? For those who have seen some of my previous videos, I am a fan of hockey. Unfortunately, I am a Leafs fan. One of the things I wanted to try is to make a hockey-themed quilt coat. I sat down for about 45 minutes this morning and I did a little bit of doodling and I came up with a goalie. And I know there are less goalies that play hockey because you need more skaters on the ice, obviously, but from a quilt construction point of view, I think a goalie is easier to start with. I'm going to see if I can make a test block that I like enough to make into a pattern for myself to follow. I will show you what I've gotten up to so far. Pick up my scissors. So this is kind of where we're at, and I am cutting pieces out of another fabric to have identical ones to this block so that I can practice sewing this block, and then I still have the pieces over here. I just started, but I'll still have the pieces make another block out of and write down measurements and that sort of thing. So this is kind of what we're working with. This is kind of the doodling I've been doing. And as you can see, it says helmet design because after I finished doodling, I realized goalies don't wear helmets like that, obviously. So I'm not sure what my plan is with that, but that's okay. This is like research and development. I'm also just excited about this because it's been circling in my brain for a while, but I haven't had time. I'm working on blocks today. I have 2 pink hockey goalies done. I've got, I think, 5 Nova Stars done, and I believe I have 4 more hockey goalies to do, and then I will advance on to the next step. I'm writing out the instructions as I go. It's kind of simple, honestly. I figured out how I want to do this. Don't know how to talk, but I figured it out. I think I can still probably get this done in time for 2 weeks from now. It's possible. So I'm at a bit of an impasse right now. I'm on my last, I guess technically my last 3 blocks, but this one, I made a mistake. What? I don't know what I'm gonna do. And then this one, I made a very similar mistake and I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to cut it like that, which is what I'm supposed to do. Because when I attach this, that's kind of what we're working with. I just don't want to cut this off. I don't want it to look odd, right? Like that's a leg. And then this one, if I cut it, it'll kind of make this a little diagonal, which that might just end up being what I do. And then I have 1, 2, 3 pink ones done. This was my blue test block, which I did pretty well with. And then I have my Nova Stars. Isn't that fun? I'm the same color as my blocks. I've opted this time for the shorter length. I've previously made 3 coats of the long length of this pattern. I wonder if the shorter length is something I'd be interested in, so I'm gonna try that. Also, I don't really have a lot of fabric, so that's one of the other reasons why I'm going with the shorter length. Yeah, and then this is kind of where we're at for the side back piece. This is sort of where we're at for the other pieces. I'm trying to explain this and I have music blasting in my ears, but I don't want to pause the music. So my side panel, I believe is called, side back panel, is larger than my big back panel. Bottom front and top front, the top front is larger, so I have extra here and I have extra there, and I don't want to mess it up. I'm a little nervous, so I might actually be able to make this work. Shit. I'm going to pin and sew this side first before I pin and sew the other side. And I'm not going to cut anything. Don't be like me and mix up your sizing. Okay, so I did the one side. I hope I'm in focus. And pretty much what I did was I sewed from the bottom of the sleeve hole, where the underarm is, all the way down. I made a corner, and then I just continued down. Flip that right side out. Look at where I started. This is where that corner would be if I were to pop it out. Kind of looks a little silly, not gonna lie. So I think I'm just going to press it in such a way that it just is very smooth. There's also some marker on here. I think it blends in pretty well with the pattern of the fabric. That was on me for cutting it the wrong size, or marking it out the wrong size. But anyway, I've been working on this for about 30 minutes now, and I think I'll probably need another 2 hours and it'll be done. But I have to run an errand today. I don't have to, but I keep telling myself I have to, so I'm going to do it.
Yes.
So this is the coat. I'm realizing there's a few spots that I kind of missed while I was stitching it together, but yeah, I like it for the most part. It's a little bit shorter. We're just at the GO train station right now, so pretty happy with it. Support it from the bottom and the lens. You don't have to touch anything, it's already recording. It feels a little silly being like that. Kind of a cool idea though. I am done my quilt coat and I'm just at the end of editing a video, and I realized I didn't get enough B-roll from when we were in Toronto. So here's a little bit of B-roll from home on the farm. And yes, this coat fits over top of my coveralls. I put that in the win column. I don't have a whole lot to say about the coat other than I think this is my favorite one I've ever done. This is my 4th coat that I've made. I decided to go with some Novastar blocks because they're fairly simple to make, and I had some fat quarters that I wanted to use in this project. 1 Novastar per sleeve and 3 Novastars on the back panel. And then with the Goalie blocks, I did 1 per each front quadrant, 2 upper, 2 lower, and I did 1 per each side back panel. My face is frozen. It's very cold this morning. That's why you can see my breath. I thought I would get out here when the sun rose, and I did. And it's quite pretty. I think I walked a little too far. I think I've been out of focus for this. I'm just gonna get a little closer. That's embarrassing. I'm hoping to have a really good year. I don't have many goals. My biggest goal is to do things. But it's a day off for me, baby. I want to see if I can get a backlit shot. Make me nervous. So if I start walking like this, and and I just pretend to be a bird. There was nobody walking the streets of Toronto when we went for breakfast. I was shocked, but like, I guess it was a Sunday morning. And I was just very self-conscious. We were by all of those like all-star puck displays, which I thought was pretty funny. We showed up too late for all of the fun activities that they had at the skating rink. That's okay. That's all right. Shout out to my brother for putting up with me on the weekend. I couldn't have done it without him. I wouldn't have done it without him. I wouldn't have even gotten to the train station because I'm not leaving my car in Hamilton overnight. Are you kidding? I have an Instagram, so if you'd like to follow along, it's Cash Crop Quilts. It's the same username as my YouTube. If you're interested in buying any of my quilt coats, please send me a DM on the Instagram page. This one is for sale, even though I love it so much. I can't pretend like I need to have a closet full of quilt coats and quilts. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers, subscribers this year. If you got any suggestions or comments or feedback or whatever, let me know in the comments because I do love reading them. Sometimes I don't know what to say when I reply, so I just say thank you. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Go sports. Woo! Yeah, baby. Go sports.